Influence of Imperial Women on Roman Politics. Hi, my name is Livia. I was born in either 58 or 59 BC, and my family was super rich. In fact, my dad, Marcus Livius Drusus Claudianus, was even a senator for the Roman Republic. I had a pretty good life as a kid. I went to school and learned lots of important stuff, and of course, I did really well. When I was 15, I married my cousin, Tiberius Claudius Nero. My dad and my husband fought in the final war of the Republic against Octavian, who comes into the story a little bit later. After the war was over and the Roman Empire was created, I gave birth to my first son, Tiberius Claudius Nero. I know, same name as my husband. Guess who picked that name? Eventually, I finally got to meet the new emperor, Augustus, or Octavian. Remember I said he'd come into the story? At the time, I was pregnant with my second child, but Augustus and I fell in love, and we divorced our current spouses, and we got married. As Augustus's wife, I enjoyed a lot of political power. I was the privileged counselor to Augustus, and I became the role model for Roman women. Soon, my husband gave me the power to even control my own finances. But the main way that I gained most of my political power was through my sons, Tiberius and Drusus. By raising them according to my own political agenda, I was able to prepare them to be great leaders someday, all according to me. Unfortunately, my husband died. But in his will, he left me a third of his property, which is practically unheard of. He even granted me the title of Julia Augusta. The Roman Senate even voted to name me the Mater Patriae, which means mother of the fatherland. If only my son, the new emperor, hadn't vetoed it. Overall, I had a ton of power over Roman politics. Nowadays, some historians think that I might have poisoned my husband in order to gain access to some of his political power. But why would I do that when I can just get it myself?
Hi everyone, I'm Agrippina the Younger, not to be confused with my mother Agrippina the Elder. It's nice to meet you all. Do you guys remember Livia? Yeah? Well, I'm her great-granddaughter. I was born in 14 AD to my mother Vipsania Agrippina and my father Germanicus in what is now called Germany. My father was a prominent general of the Roman Empire, and my mother was one of the few distinguished women of the Roman Empire. I had 2 younger sisters and 3 older brothers. One of my brothers, Gaius, later became the powerful Emperor Caligula. We did not have a pleasant relationship, though. In 39 AD, he exiled my sisters and I, along with our husbands, for 2 years until Claudius came into power and restored us back to Rome. In 28 AD, at just 14 years old, I got married to Gnaeus Domitius Ahenobarbus. We had a child son together, but you'll hear more about him later. I got bored of following the stereotypes about Roman women, so I set my sights on finding ways to gain political influence. When my uncle Claudius's wife, Messalina, passed away, I saw that as the perfect opportunity to use love to trick him into letting me use his power for my own good. After a few years of marriage, I convinced my dear husband Claudius to adopt my son from my first marriage. We then changed my son's name to Nero. I was even sly enough to convince dear old Claudius to declare Nero his primary heir, even over his own biological son Britannicus. Ha ha ha. Soon after, my wonderful husband sadly passed away. Rumors have it that I poisoned my second husband, Pesinius Crispus, and my third husband, Claudius. My son Nero came into power at just 16 years old. Due to his young age, I became his senior partner, which was the perfect way to gain the political influence I so deeply desired. But as my son grew older and understood his power more, he began to revolt against me, his own mother. If only he would have realized how great we were together. You know, a lot of historians consider the reign of our partnership to be the greatest years of Nero's reign. Despite all of that, I was one of the few women that defied the Roman stereotypes and was able to gain enough power to have an influence on politics.
Thanks for watching!